So, hello and welcome to a different presentation tonight. We have May 10th. And I thought this is one of my summer hits. So, there is some stuff going on in Jerusalem. Now, I have here a little file, Satan the Accuser. That's him. That's him, sitting here next to the Israeli president. Now, there are some other people involved. So now we turn down with the music. So I just wanted to make it a bit smooth coming in now. Because my birthday is coming up. And now I want to introduce some people to you. Now, this year is Rabbi Avraham Feld, together with the Lubavitcher Rebbe. So here is Rabbi Avraham Feld, 2005, together with Yair Davidi. Now here is Rabbi Avraham Feld, 2017, together with Ovadia Avrahami, from Kol HaTur. So, Ovadia now, over the weekend, what did he say? He was a bit sad, because people do not react to his posts and he wants to connect. A lot of people want to connect, But over the last 7 years, people did not want to connect with Ephraim. That's a big issue gewesen. So now, already Christmas, I sent this extremely long 21-page letter to Rabbi Feld. Now, and it is of course concerning the full restoration of the 12th tribe kingdom of Israel. And it happened to be that here Israeli President Herzog declares the Jewish state rebirth in 1948 was a fulfillment of Ezekiel 37. Good for him! Most evangelicals believe this, but few Israelis talk about it. So Netanyahu also spoke about this. So now this article is from May 5, from Joel Rosenberg. On the same day, I also published a little article. Concerning the redemption. Is redemption here? Same day, from the 5th of May, for Happy Birthday Israel. Am Israel Chai. No, just leave it here. I just want to go with you through some pictures. So now, of course, I'm from Germany. So just recently, you had like this. This is our new Minister of Exterior, our foreign minister. Now, she went out together with like these 10 commandments and with new, laws, what is all forbidden. Now, and then, of course, we have here this Chinese guy. I think he's a Chinese paid infiltrator of the US government. This is, of course, how I see this. Now, there is, of course, a big difference. So now this is our president of our German constitutional court. I forgot his name, Now, next to it, of course, are the Chabad guys from Karlsruhe. They finish here a Torah scroll, yeah. So now the Torah is of course, vital part of the Jewish people, and currently, also our SPD Fraggle, Olaf Scholz, Freemason, and so on. He also, I think he's chancellor now. So now he also works with the Chabad. Because all these socialist government, they have no idea what's written in the Bible. And concerning Israel, they have no idea. Now, so this is the letter I sent to Avi, and now I would like to invite, if you know anybody, of any person, or you say, wait a second, this is quite interesting. Now then, I want you to first, number one, click the subscribe button. It will take a bit to sink in what we are talking about, but I would like to also invite the next person, which is Rabbi Joseph Ideri. So he himself started on April 3rd the Sanhedrin Restoration Conference to restore the kingdom of David and Israel. Now, so exactly to the day, 2 years ago, because of these issues here with the guys and Rabbi Feld, I sent a complete package of information package to the Sanhedrin. So here's the original office delivery slip, yeah. So to a Professor Rabbi Hillel Weiss on the Sanhedrin, the Supreme Court of the 71. And so I sent this on the 23rd of April, 2020, and it arrived there on May 11, 2020. May 11, 20, so 2 years ago. 2 years ago, now. As I heard now, out of the 71, there are only 15 left. What's with the rest of the guys? What's the hold up here? Okay, let's continue a bit. So anyhow, so Joseph Ideri, I sent him now, or at least I asked Hannes to send him a copy of the letter from Rabbi Feld. Now, in separate videos, we will slowly, I will read every letter out and then post a video on this separate. I just want to let you know that what happened and where we are standing today and how this continued here. So, on April 4, I started to write a summary of basically what's going on. And on April 4, meaning one day after April 3, when the conference started, an article was published in the Jerusalem Post in the Christian world. And it's about Dr. Jürgen Bühler. He is talking about the UNESCO decision from 2016. There was a resolution that suddenly now the Temple Mount has nothing to do anymore with the Jewish people. There is no connection, and so on, and become all basically Muslim. And in UN Resolution 2334 by, which wasn't vetoed by Barack Obama, well, since then everything is, by international law, it is forbidden for Jews to settle in their own land. Okay? And it's because of a betrayal of the Obama administration to Israel and the Jewish people, which took place 2016. Now, but on April 4, so one day after, so Dr. Jürgen Bühler. So now Dr. Jürgen Bühler is the person who wrote me this chat on the 9th of March 2015. Now, because of this chat, yeah, I started now for 7 years, to put together like various information material. And I want to point out that this person was at my birthday party when I turned 40 on the 25th of May 2007. This person was on my birthday party. Now, as I showed you, this person sits right now next to Israeli President Yitzhak Herzog, and so Yitzhak Herzog said like Ezekiel 37 is fulfilled. Well, this is exactly what I told Yogi 7 years ago. I said, I'm sorry, Yogi, but Jesus is not coming anymore. It will be Ephraim, firstborn son of God, according to Jeremiah 31:9. And sorry, after 21 years studying the Bible, I had a little revelation. So I told Yogi, and then he accused me of not worshiping Jesus as God. A total forbidden sin by Torah. Now, because I wrote a Torah direct from my Torah commentary, it's published since the year 2000. So on my 40th birthday party were also these people. So this is Shimon Greenspan. So he made, the hash cookies, space cookies for my 40th birthday. I'm kosher, like an absolute lovable person. So I stayed with him 2009, the last time in Hashmonaim. and he moved back currently to LA. He's somewhere in Orange County, taking care of the real estate business of his family. Now, Shawnee, he's from the Jerusalem Media Group, so he's still in Jerusalem. And Ian, in the meantime, I think he moved somewhere to San Diego. Nevertheless, Ian is also, in the meantime, a rabbi. So they all were together with me on the 40th birthday party, 25/5/2007. Now, then unfortunately 7 years stuff happened. And then I received a phone call to the day when I was 7 years in Germany. And then I had a revelation, oh shit, my Ephraim story is true and Dr. Geulah is wrong. So I started publishing stuff. What went to the Sanhedrin, also was the last station these publications went to, okay? Before they went to a lot of other places, also to the Trump administration. So based on this letter, it is really that we are now about to see that there is like a opportunity here, because of this issue. 2018, I went to war. I went to war after several things now, and this publication also was sent to the Sanhedrin. Number one, to the Sanhedrin. Number two, it was deposited at the Congregation of the Faith in the Vatican, and it was received on the 1st of October 2018 by this person, by Richard Grenell. Okay. Now, a little later, also Rabbi Yehuda Teichtal received the full program. And we asked him, I said, would you please make peace with Ephraim? And he said, no. He wants to stay in war. So, okay, let's see how this plays out. Now, of course, we see that this is now, here's the Chabad. Now, this is a recent picture. This is a recent picture. Now, as I said, I did this I submitted to Rabbi Avraham Feld. So I'm sorry, Avi, when this is a bit stressed out. But hey, here, you were with the real guy. There's only the picture. So it's not so far away. So Putin. Today we had the day of liberation from the Russians. From I don't know what. So we had now 77 years completely capitulation of Germany. So because of this issue, it is a very, very strict issue, because the Chabad, of course, they wait for a son of David. Now, this is the biggest issue, that the Christians, they believe that the son of David was Jesus from Nazareth, and that he already came, and now he will come again somehow, the son of David. So now I'm not the son of David, I'm the son of Joseph. Yeah, and just want to tell you that this is the biggest, the biggest problem. So the son of David, there is a concept of the two Messiah. Yeah, one Ben David and one Ben Joseph. Now supposedly the Ben Joseph has to die, and then the Ben David comes. Now in the letter to Rabbi Weisberg, so he posted a video on these two messiahs, Ben David and Ben Joseph, so on the 13th of April. Yeah. Thank you very much for your video on the two messiahs, Ben David and Ben Joseph, from yesterday, 13/4/2022, and your openness to accept additional sources and comments on this topic. It is taught that the Ben Joseph dies before the Ben David comes, but the worldwide Roman Catholic calendar date suggests that it is the other way around. So no, the Ben David is not coming anymore. That was Jesus. Now Ephraim is coming. Now the biggest issue is that the Christian guys, they said no. So when I'm there, it's absolutely sure that it's me. So the Christians, they think that Jesus somehow appears out of like thin air, out of the sky, and that is a demigod or a god. Okay, and this is a big issue. And this is why was not possible over centuries now to bring the theologies in line. No? So anyhow, you understand that this is a very important issue because Putin, he is Orthodox. He's Russian Orthodox. Now the Ukrainians are actually also Orthodox. But who has actually the last say currently today in the world is the Pontifex Maximus in Rome, and he is Catholic. Yeah. Now, and he defines that Jesus is God. It's him. Now, it's not written in the Bible. I never believed this. So already 4 years ago, okay, I made a long presentation on Daniel, and where I said, okay, according to the laws of Rome and according to the sayings here of my buddy Yogi, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I never will, I have not will worship Jesus as God. I cannot do this. This is idol worship. I cannot do this. The Torah explicitly says it's forbidden. And I should listen to God more than to man. So when it doesn't matter which leader comes and tells me I have to worship something other than Hashem, well, then I have nothing to do with this. I'm sorry. Yeah. Now, but this it's a very big issue. This theological issue, destroyed my life. And I said, okay, I have to change this. I have to, clear this up. So now, after 7 years, now, this correspondence of the chat is already out. It's published. It's now 7 years old. And already there I said, okay, I will start to tell the whole Ephraim story. We'll tell the whole Ephraim story. And in the end, I will ask my Jewish friends for help. Yeah? So, now, they could help everywhere, with Zelensky, So here's Avi. No? So here we have SPD, the revolution guys, Rabbi Teichtal in Berlin. Here, no? So already Rabbi Arush said last year, here August 21, 2020. This is the last year before Mashiach. Yeah, we are already 22. So here Bibi is in this whole thing involved, of course. Now Kaduri said that the Moshiach will actively confirm that he is the Moshiach without knowing that he is the Moshiach. Sorry that happened to me. By the age of 40, I did everything what the Moshiach had to do without knowing that it's me. Now, 7 years had to pass. 7 years. The 7 years of Daniel 4, where I was cut off, completely cast out. Now we are 7 years later. So now it's not only proven there, it's only the only possibility. And trust me, I'm a pretty nice guy. So according to my understanding, we informed everybody. Now Mike Pompeo became minister and the Secretary of State 14 days after we informed the Trump administration. He said, okay, here are our files. I want to participate in the opening of the Israeli embassy, of the American embassy in Jerusalem. It's 50 meters from my old house. No, we sent letters to David Malek Friedman. And I think in the background, everything is already set. The Abraham Accords, blah, 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 yeah. So, David Malek Friedman said that the prophecies of Ezekiel have come true already 2019. So, Benjamin Netanyahu, according to this article, said Ezekiel 37, well, the prophecies of Ezekiel 37 has come true. So now Itzhak Herzog said, this is exactly what I said. Correct. And I'm Ephraim. So now in the resurrection of the dead, Ephraim the firstborn son. And he's the firstborn from the dead. It's a cool thing. But it's of course also a crazy issue. Now, it is so much that of course only a few people are really ridiculously interested in this topic. Today they are all about war and to get a bit woke and stuff like this. So hardly anybody thinks about that there is no Israel without Joseph. There is no Israel without Joseph. So now, after this video, after I put up this video, I already will put up I pre-recorded this from Rabbi Weisberg. I put this also up. I will make a separate video also for this letter I post to Avi. And then I invite you all to participate, somehow in the Torah Club. Now, you have, of course, various opportunities to be in touch with us, but for me, honestly, I really want to work this thing out according to our Torah, according to the Torah. This is what it's all about. So we have currently a German program, because we're in the post-apocalypse. We have a German program. It's, of course, super duper made. No? And it's free, but so we are currently putting together an all-inclusive download version of everything we have. Now, you can go into our store. So there are various things. So within the Sanhedrin Law and Order, Third Temple Foundation Edition. So this is actually what we sent completely to the Sanhedrin. To the Sanhedrin. Now, in the meantime, we published quite a number of books. Okay, so first of all, so we published here, I just put this out, it's, so we published the Law of Rome with all, and honestly, you really need this, because especially people who have only Torah in mind or only believe in the Bible, you really need this book because it's all laws and regulations and contract valid today. What are we allowed to do as humans and where can we go and what type of contracts are still valid and so on and so on. So it's very, very important because it's the law of Rome. Rome still has the power. So now, then of course, we have here 1260 days revelation. So we see here, this is already passed since 3 years. Since 3 years. So there's the whole development, even, the start of the abomination of desolation. It's perhaps a lot of people talking about this in prophecy, So this is the day when the Pope visited Jerusalem. So it was on the 25th of May. So he came here. So he here sits in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Now, here on the 26th, so he sits here with David Lau, So his father, Meir Lau, was addressed by the Israeli president, in the last speech. So, of course, we know who this is, the Antichrist. So here is, in the meantime, that is now the new patriarch of Jerusalem, Mr. Pizzaballa. So, and here, when he walks up into the temple, on the Temple Mount, he declares to all the Muslims here to the Waqf, that he is a representative of God on earth. So this is the start of the abomination of desolation in Jerusalem. And guys, believe me, it's planned. So look at this. So this is here Ronald Lauder from the World Jewish Congress. So he then went to Mario Bergoglio, here Cardinal Koch. So he is responsible for Jewish-Catholic relationship, So, and now he walks over to Cha-ching, Dr. Jürgen Bühler, World Jewish Congress. Here we are. Rufen Riflin. Da. That's 2014. So then a lot of shit happens, especially that the socialists, they really start loving each other. So anyhow, so I started with a telephone call and started on the 1st of April 2015 to go about. So now here the Ronald Lauder talks with our interior minister who also received the stuff. And then the apocalypse starts, So the second horn I blew brought this result, bringing indeed, fire, smoke, and pillars of smoke, according to Joel 3, or of course, so. And this is now 7 years ago. That's 7 years ago. So this is also included. No? Now we have now included our anti-Semitism report. Everything what happened to us in the last 7 years. We have, of course, our war scroll. Now, we have all these other two. So now these are all the official letters, including the letter I sent to Rabbi Abraham Feld. Yeah. So Rabbi Feld is one of the first guys I absolutely consistently informed about everything what happened. That's him. He's a cool guy. Absolutely, I love him. So he's the holy brother of another mother. Okay? Because our father is Jacob. Now, when he is from the Leah side, well, I'm from the Rachel side, and Micah said that, out of Bethlehem Ephrata, the ruler will come out of all for Israel. Well, this is from Rachel. So, here are all the letters. Now, in the meantime, we put into the all-inclusive download. So this is now all the correspondence and the major, really important theological issues, between Christians and Jews, 10 tribes, and so on and so on. So here's the letter. Now, then there is an open letter I sent to him. So then is personal correspondence, reference letters, and so on and so on. And all the people involved in this. I mean, we have the emails, we have the names, we have the addresses, we have the telephone numbers, we have everything. And we always said, hey, let's make party. And they said, no, you have to make Jesus. I said, but Jesus is not coming anymore. I'm trouble here because everybody believes in Jesus. I said, but Jesus is not coming anymore. Anyhow, so this is very, very important to understand. Very important here. Torah unto all the nations, absolutely. Torah unto all the nations. So this is really the stance. So I'm absolutely 100% on the Jewish Orthodox side without being a Jewish Orthodox. Of course, you see this. I'm Joseph. What can I say? And that was the first thing. When Joseph was put into power, they shaved his head. So he was looking like me, in order to work for the Pharaoh. Now, all these issues completely, everything what we published, including the new executive orders of Donald Trump, which are still active, including a complete biblical guide. Who is Israel? It's very nice that everybody explains me, yes, I'm Jewish, okay, but who is Israel? Thank you very much. We can answer that question. Now, when you read this booklet, of course, you will find the answer much, much quicker. No? So then, of course, we have here, and this is very important, this is the edition of International Religious Freedom. This is everything what Donald Trump did for us to make this deal. Shimon is U.S. citizen. Avi, you are a U.S. citizen. Here, Joseph Eldery, you are U.S. citizens. Now, in the moment, we are creating a deal where we have complete religious freedom to express our complete belief, including topple the Pope and taking all the money back to Jerusalem. Now, in order to finance this, in order to pull this off and so on, we published a whole book just on one cardinal, one bishop from Cologne, Bishop Werke, because, the Catholic Church and so on, you had like this 500 years, Luther and so. I mean, these are the Christians. They say Jesus is God, but then they take off the cross and bow down to the Muslims. And then you find out, wait a second, but the church guy, he is a socialist party member. He's a member from the SPD, what a shit, and what is he doing? Yeah. So now Donald Trump, in the meantime, so he signed with the International Christian Embassy with my friend Susan Michael. So Yogi is responsible for this, So you see, in the moment, one rabbi explains on a paper. I sent this all to Avi, please, all Jewish Orthodox friends, all who listen, please get in touch with Avi and ask what you can do. Nevertheless, I said, I demanded now a rabbinical statement on this statement here from Dr. Jürgen Bühler. He said here in this statement that Jesus is God. That Jesus is God. Now, according to everything what's in the Torah, okay, if a man or a woman living amongst you in one of the towns the Lord gives you is found doing evil in the eyes of the Lord your God in violation of his covenant, the Torah, and contrary to my commandment has worshipped other gods like Jesus, bowing down to them, or to the sun, or to the moon, or to the stars in the sky, and it has been brought to your attention, then you must investigate it thoroughly. So, my dear friends, I mean, we're talking now, Christian Zion, takeover of Christian Zionism. The complete restoration of the 12 tribes. And completely in line with American thing. Oh, by the way, the Freemasons are, by the way, also in there, So, this is completely in line with Torah, guys, yeah? Everything what has been done is anti-Semitic, yeah? And the solution here with Dr. Jürgen Bühler, now you have, it's very easy, okay? Now, because David Lau und Joseph? Ovadia Joseph? No, this was his father. So, I think Joseph. No? So, they already made a ruling against the International Christian Embassy. So now I just need a ruling against my friend Dr. Jürgen Bühler and confirm, okay, when he is leading to his proclaiming miracles, Jesus coming shortly out of the clouds. So I need a statement that this, what he is saying, is a false prophet. A false prophet. Everybody who leads to a foreign god is a false prophet. And he teaches us things, our fathers did not. And he teaches that Jesus is God. So this is his position. Now, in the moment we check this out here, our family issue in Israel, well, then all this stuff will fall into place. Okay, because I think the Pope is totally tackled. Totally. I mean, we remember Zachariah. God remembers. But we remember. Here is Ronald Lauder, big buddy of Dr. Jürgen Bühler. And I think also one of the most influential Jewish individuals hanging out here. Now, this is Mario Bergoglio, one of the most influential socialist, communist Jesuits currently. But I think we can take this out by just confirming by rabbinical statement. So why do I need this rabbinical statement? Well, because everything what happened here with Dr. Jürgen Bühler in Germany, you cannot believe this, what happened with anti-Semitic attacks. I mean, this is really, over the last 7 years, I went through hell, literally, yeah. And now the idea is that anti-Semitism is only against the Jewish people, but that is not so. Not even according to the definition of the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. According to the definition, anti-Semitism is against Jewish and non-Jewish individuals, while Joseph is a non-Jewish individual. Ephraim is also a non-Jewish individual. And I'm suffering because people believe in Jesus, and because I keep Torah, they think, I dishonored and they want to kill me. I mean, this is basically what's going on. Yeah? And he, for years now, made it impossible, to bring the message across. So, is the Messiah coming on a donkey through the clouds? No, he came on a donkey, very humble and so on. Now, of course, Zechariah 9 talks about Ephraim. Now, the church, the patriarch, so after we sent this to the Rothschilds, so he became patriarch of Jerusalem. We saw this. Everything the church owns, Jerusalem, all the wealth, all the company, all the world, everything the church owns belongs to the heir, to the heir. And according to the Bible, Ephraim is heir. And I think this is the main reason why Donald Trump put this out, because he knows it too. Because they're Freemasons, they know everything. So this is now the last chance. You know, even Joe Biden, fake. I mean, this is like the most fake shit I've seen in my life. And it was pulled over your eyes that you are not seeing this here. The information inside here is the most vital stuff you can even imagine. So everything what we published over the last years is completely in the all-inclusive download package. Now, everybody who needs an access, please be in touch with me. Yeah, we will hand out access to rabbis and you know, witnesses and so on, and those people we name within our publications. We slowly send them a complete invitation, and we ask everybody to solve the issue between Ephraim and Geulah, and between this issue here with Dr. Geulah. Thank you so much for now. This is a lot to digest. Please, again, you know, do not forget to make a little sign up and visit one of our websites and be in touch with us. Thank you so much. See you later.